Yo guys, what's going on? Robert Warshack here. We are back at it again with another exciting raid video. This one being one of my favorites. The reason being is we get to crack shards and hopefully we get some game or account changing stuff.
Before we hit the meat of the video, if you have just started raid, you're on a new account, or you haven't started yet, make sure to download raid using my QR code there at the top or the links in the pinned comment and description. My creator code is quite juiced, it's quite good, one of the best, if not the best. For using this code, right off the bat, you're going to get yourself a fantastic legendary Tholan. This guy is good to the early, mid, and late game. On top of that, you're going to find yourself 3 epic champions, one at level 10, one at level 20, and one at level 30 entering your mailbox. On top of that, make sure you use the code. In my opinion, Desert Queen is the best, but you'll see here there's a lot of others that you can pick. Desert Queen, again, is going to take you to that early to late game. She's a fantastic void champion and offers a lot of utility and support to your team, allowing you to have, in my opinion, a very well-rounded team. A lot of the guides that you're going to see on this channel are going to utilize the team you get with my creator code, so having that is just going to give you a leg up. And with that, back to the video.
You always want to wait for the 2x chance at epic and legendary champion, and then we also have the targeted champion boosts. We actually waited to crack these in order to hit the gleaming, who pairs with the fusion event going on at the same time right now. So here we are working towards our Nold, Ua, Ooga Booga. Anyway, we're gonna snag her. Hopefully we can hit the legendary void guy off this. And there's quite a few juicy deals in the shop that if we don't hit what we want, because 10 really isn't a ton, but we want to take advantage of all of this spicy. I think it is actually Valentine's Day today. I should probably remember that. Yeah, so there is the lovers pack here, which I am just going to probably pull the trigger on immediately because we're going to want to open these shards. $10, you get yourself 4 voids and 50k silver. Each void, I think, is worth like $3. $3 to $4, so it's pretty worth it. Plus 50k silver. So we're making out like, I wouldn't say a bandit, but it's not the most terrible deal in the world here. So we're just gonna go ahead and make sure we snag all of these real quick before we start our shard opening, which, because we spent some dollary dues, as we know, raid has to give us what we need, which is that boosted champion. Also, I highly do not recommend this void pack builder. I like plugged in some stuff here and it is just pretty bad for $15. You get like a 5-star chicken and 150 silver. I thought that you were going to be able to do a little bit more. Like if you could hit like a chicken and a book and it cost like 10 or 12, I would say sure. But the fact that like silver doesn't do anything, I guess you could go multi-battles, but even then 1 5-star chicken and 4 for 15 just seems a little bit weird to me. Yeah, I highly recommend if you're logging on Valentine's Day, because Raid Shadow Legends is your Valentine, that you fully should take advantage of those spicy deals. So let's go to our mailbox. Let's gather what we have just added to our account. And let's start a cracking, because that is the most important part. I'm going to start a little slow. We have 22 void shards right now. We're going to start a little slow. We're going to ease into it, boys. We have to ease into it. We want to open the greatness, which is not a rare to start with. Just being honest, not really interested in starting with rares, but it's only going to get better. There we go. There we go. We have a skull crown. Attacks all enemies on an A1. Not bad. We have attacks all enemies on A2 and weaken. We have a places unkillable buff on this champion for 1 turn every time their HP drops below 20%. Revives this champion with 30%. Only available when Tanesha is on the same team. Okay, I think maybe she's good. 722 reviews. Champions that either have this many reviews are the biggest meme, or they're actually not bad. Also, we have to take note though that we are doing some triple dipping action. We have the champion chase tournament going on for the fragments. We have the 2x event going on as well. And then we also have, I believe, yeah, champion chase and then the 2x event. All right, maybe not triple dipping, but kind of triple dipping, because the champion chase leads into the fragments and we're getting the fragments so we could get the fusion. So it's kind of like, it feels really good right now. I'm just feeling really good about Hagrid's right now. It is the place to be. All right. Grind gear. Gear grinder. Next. Come on, baby. You gotta give me what daddy wants. And daddy wants account changing voids. So ideally, we can hit a man-eater, which would be insane, and we hit the legendary, which would also be equally as insane. So we should do this. This would be something we should do. Because I have the... Apparently, I don't have the space in my schmunklau. So let's go ahead and move some champions over. I have to do this every time, and I feel so bad for my editor. Thanks, Tony, for watching this. I honestly, I'm just gonna buy more space when it comes to it. I need more space. Everybody needs more space. Give me some more space. Also, I like the holy line here. I feel like this is going to enhance my shard opening. Painkeeper. All right, we do like opening Painkeepers. There is a diabolical strategy where you put like 4 or 5 of these on a team, and they do some serious work on a, I believe it's one of the, it's like Sand Devil or one of those guys that's like really awkward. The Gloom Piercer, I have not seen her before. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has 25% chancing. Decreased defense. We have her A2 teams up with 2 random allies to attack a single enemy. The allies join the attack will use their default skills. If the target is under a decreased defense, these attacks will ignore 20%. Okay, I see Fire Giant. Whenever I see team up, I see Fire Giant. And then we have an A3 and attacks all enemies before attacking, places a 30% increase crit rate buff and a 30% increase crit damage buff on this champion for 2 turns. If this attack kills an enemy, place a veil. And then we have this champion will ignore shield and strengthen buffs while attacking under increased attack veil or perfect veil. So interesting champion, probably faction wars, probably not that bad in there, but I just see team up and I just instantly think of Fire Knight because F that guy. I hate Fire Knight so much. He's like my least favorite dungeon guy. So no legendaries yet, but not to fret, guys. Not to fret. Not to fret. Spellhound, I actually believe, goes into a farming comp for Brutal 12-3. I think he can farm it in like 5 seconds. He does full clears, unless I'm thinking of another champion, but I'm pretty sure it's the doggo. We might make a guide on him soon because I do not have him, so it could be really juicy there. We have the Paramour. I can't say I've ever talked about the Paramour besides the band, so all right. We pulled a lot of rares here. Great. Give me some juice. The man needs juice, and I will receive the juice right now. After this pigman. I can already tell you, there's not any world in which this is ever a main character. I'm gonna be real. He may try his hardest. This will never be a main character. Moving on. All right, I'm about to walk away. There's no reasonable we should not. Please. I'm asking nicely. You gotta give me something here. There is no way I hit another rare. What are these percentages? We need to go over the percentages. What are the percentages? We have voids, 16% epic, 1% legendary. I thought they were higher. There's no excuse. No excuse. Legendary. There's no excuse. No. There's no excuse. No excuse. Excuses will not be had here. 2 million gold for 10 slots. Sold to the highest bidder. All right. Please. You got it. All right. All right. We're going to have to, all right. We're going to have to, hold on. Pause, Tony. Edit we're going to pause here because we only have 5 shards left and we've accumulated essentially nothing. Where are we at on the champion chase? Ideally, I would like to get obviously to the top, but that's not, I'm the only thing I'm going to be on top of is my bank account numbers because I'm about to buy more void shards because this is a bunch of schmuggling. Ooh, another cold heart. We actually take that all day. We take that. We take that a lot. And like I said, Cold Heart's one of the best Void rares. If you haven't already seen it, we do have our top 10 best rares to look out for. Cold Heart being a part of that. I highly recommend checking out that video. Please. Okay. Not okay. Rowan. What do you do? Attacks one enemy is 60% of the way with a heal reduction for 2 to attack base with attack speed. Attacks one enemy has 60% of the heal debuff. Okay. Attacks 3 times at random. Each has 40% of the play stun. All right. Attacks one enemy 4 times. Each has 70% of the poison debuff. Ooh. That's really good for Fire Giant, right? 2 abilities that attack a lot, and then a heal reduction because Fire Giant heals. Okay, not bad. I think we walk with it. We walk with it. Seducer. 97 reviews on this Seducer. I think he needs to do more of his name. All right, last shard. Last shard. Hear me out. Hear me out. It's got to be big. It's never going to be a rare. We're going to do some tight math. $19 for 7. $15 for 4. So for $5 more, I get 3 more of these. That has to be worth. Ooh, and I forgot about the monthly pack. We should probably do that. And then this is Valentine's Day, guys. I know this is looking like a lot, but when I am spending Valentine's Day doing this, prices must be paid. This is so much cheaper than a date. I'm not even going to lie. All right. 10 more shards. You cannot let me down. You cannot let me down. I will accept no letting of down. I feel like I'm being let down. Not like this. Not like this. Come on. Please. There's no way. There's just no way. There's no way. Come on. I'm about to do a very... Okay, we have to... All right, this strategy, guys. I'm about to employ a very insane strategy. You close out of the game. You pretend like you're leaving because you're done. But then you come back in. I do the same exact strategy in Hearthstone that I play. And let me tell you about Hearthstone. We do this, and then we win. Because it reloads. It's an RNG reset. It's an RNG reset here. This is... We are instantly gonna open up something very good. Watch. I'm being fucked harder than I ever have before, chat. There's no way. There is no way. I do not believe what I am seeing. All right, we're back down to 1 shard, boys. Praiseth thee, for my final shard cometh, and be big. We're too close to the... We're so... I feel it. This is not a gambling addiction. Do not confuse this with a gambling addiction. That is not what this is. This is dedication to the cause. In these next 7 voids, I will achieve greatness. I will not be looked upon as a quitter. There it is. What is this? This guy. Ethan the Golden. Attacks one enemy, places a shield buff on this champion equal to 10% of the damage dealt for 2 turns. Also heals this champion by 10% of the damage dealt if their HP is less than 50%. Not bad. Attacks all enemies 2 times. Okay, that's kind of crazy. The first hit has 75% chance of placing a block active skills debuff. Okay. The second hit, 75% chance of placing a true fear debuff for 1 turn if champions are not under block active skills. All right, so very solid so far. Places a 30% increased crit damage buff on this champion for 3 turns and a 50% increased accuracy buff for 2 turns. And he ignores 10% of defense when attacking support, defense, and HP change. Does not work against boss. He actually seems pretty solid. Not gonna lie, this guy seems kind of good. I could be wrong, but his kit seems fairly solid. We will open up something else that is great. I 100% will guarantee it. That epic will not be the only thing in these shards. I'm cracking them so fast. You cannot wait on this. Nope. No big deal. Keep cracking, boys. Don't worry. Making more room because we haven't apparently made enough room. All right. I have to have the worst RNG I've ever seen in my entire life. There's absolutely no... Come on. Yes. No, that's not the guy. Gom Yellowhead. Attacks one enemy 2 times. First hit as placing a leech. Places a speed buff and a continuous heal. Attacks all enemy. Decreases turn meters of all enemy by 15% and a 50% chance to place stun. Whenever an ally is attacked, fills this champion turn meter by 5% per attacked ally. So the multiple, like if one of them attacks 4 times, it doesn't do like crazy. Okay. Faction wars, you go. Come on. Last one. All right, I'm out. I'm out, boys. I'm out of shards. I wonder if there's like, what is the pity timer? There has to be a pity timer. And I want him so bad because he pairs with the champion that I'm going to be using the fusion event with. So I feel as if we made it to the first round of it. The next one's 5 at 6,800. And then the champion chase we also hit. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're making some headway. I do want more though. Time to rip it, boys. If there's one time we're going to get this, it's going to be now. Let's just do it. Get it done with. We need to do this. We must do what we must do when we must do it. Hopefully, you know, we get hooked back up. Not what I'm looking for. Come on. You gotta give it to me. I deserve it. I am a man who deserves it on Valentine's Day. Be my Valentine, Raid. Be my... Oh my god. Apparently he wants to be my Valentine. I've got to hit a semblance of a pity timer here. Okay. Maneater. Warcaster. Attacks one enemy. 40% chance of stealing 2 random buffs. Okay. Attacks all enemies. 50% chance of placing block buffs. Debuff for 2 turns. Places a block damage buff on all allies for 1 turn. And then increases void ally crit rate in all battles by 23%. Oh, wow. Okay. Faction wars. Doggy. Come on. Last one, baby. Ah! All right. I've giveth all I could give. I have giveth all give, can have. Maybe I can farm some voids before the event ends or something, but yeah. I think we did about as much as we could do. Sometimes you sometimes, and sometimes you sometimes, but you can only sometimes. You know what I'm saying, boys? All right. So with that, for the love of God, I hope your opening of shards went way better than mine. I have soaked up all the most terrible RNG, besides hitting Cold Heart, and then I think that we got like one other good one. But for the most part, that was fairly lackluster, but that sometimes happens. But when it hits, and it hits so good, boys. It hits so good. And with that, I will catch you in the next video. Of course, I'm rapper Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.